So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time, and a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. Rude. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them to shoot behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I am as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? You know, the kind of trace evidence that makes you super guilty. That's the trump card I've up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Do the right thing. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Defense is ready. The prosecution is... Oh. I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. Yeah, what? It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. That's not physically possible. What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I'll present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In doing so, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now, that's what sets Mr. Edwards apart. He sounds so on top of things. I wish he were on top of me. Emma, that's inappropriate. You're too young for that. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edwards, may I call your first witness of the day to the stand. The suspect. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Yeah, that's what that means. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation? Murderer? Oh, wow, that was really easy. Shit. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again. You've got to believe me, sir. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So we can just wrap it up. Person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. After all, I'm part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. Well, it was not my normal duty. I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious person on a security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto. I see. Then you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Let's start with who? Another officer. Who? What time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. According to report, officer woke you up. The witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. Who was it? Who woke you up? Your mission. Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we need to try and skim some more details from him. Let's press him for all he's worth. Hold it! Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which means any officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badgers, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by chief detectives, sir. I was sure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. That was my sole mission for today. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the awards ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I spotted a suspicious man on a security screen and rushed into the room. Tell me more. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, what's your ID number? There it is, I found it. The one right here. Can you please read us a number? Yes, sir, it's 49 blah 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 blah. I see. But the number shows up twice. Please explain. No real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger. The second time is when I went to go get him after I settled down. Everything settled down. I see. Yes, sir, that was when I spotted the man on the security screen. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened? It was a knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife at you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he was surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. So I got this gash on my hand. Maybe you just kept your cool with your hand wouldn't be. That's when I saw the blood trickling down my arm. I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Maya's best girl? You want to marry Maya? Not in this game. Yikes. Maybe in the future games when she's a little more legal. Hey Hacky, how you doing? What exactly do you mean by did it? I know I didn't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films. Maya's legal. She's 17 in this game. She's legal for me in Texas, because 17's legal in Texas. I don't know where you are. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. He took his knife. I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. Hot. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew, he punched me right in my face. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Only one thing remains clear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. Yes, yes. Oh my god. Holy shit, it's a VHS tape. Why is a 17-year-old involved in this? Hell, the girl next to us is a 15-year-old. A videotape? A VHS tape? Jesus. Someone figure out how to play this goddamn thing. Contains footage of the security camera. Yes, let's finally watch it. What? Nani? I was specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. It's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. I'm only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. This was made in 2003. Show us a video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word, murder. A videotape of a real murder. Yeah. It looks like this is gonna go on Watch People Die. What kind of security camera is this? Is this an eye level, like a head level security camera that swivels around? What the fuck? And here's why you don't mount your security cameras at fucking chest level. Convenient. Oh no. Oh man. Oh wow, it could be. Oh man, it could be anybody. Yep, that's definitely the guy. Yeah, guys, professional tip. When installing security cameras, do not mount them to swiveling fans. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? I think we're all feeling the same thing. Why do boys make me feel this way? That is our pride and joy of the entire criminal department. It's a blue badger, sir. Security videotape. Yes, well, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Mr. Vegans? Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. Mystery man. Mystery man after my heart. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. There's no question the person was Detective Goodman. He opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints, but he doesn't know what Detective Goodman looks like. He'd never met Detective Goodman before. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's. Must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. But he doesn't know what Detective Goodman looks like. The locks ensure each locker can only be opened by the person it belongs to. The victim at the crime scene would have had to be Detective Goodman. Or does it have to be? What if he just cut his hand off? I think he cut his hand off. I think Detective Goodman is actually an X-Man and he has Nightcrawler's powers. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label something as seen or not seen, I believe the latter. You are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh yes, but I didn't get a clear look at his face because I closed my eyes when I fought him like a real man. I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. Ooh, someone's gonna lose their badge. You don't know about that for sure. You never actually saw his face. Well, I suppose you might say that. Since his face can't be identified, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing. Meekins. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Please be more certain when you testify. Like, all I see when I see Edgeworth's hands are just yaoi hands. He claimed the man who was brandishing a knife was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. He opened the locker. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints. You need objection and pointing emotes. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker is assigned to. The locker he opened is Goodwin's. How do you know? I heard rumors from people in the know. Or his name was like on the locker? I don't know. There's no names on lockers. They work at the department. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. What kind of boring ass department do you work on where your gossip in a cafeteria is, hey guys, guys, did you hear that Detective Goodman's locker is the second locker in the second row? Second column, second row? Oh shit. I heard that Gumshoe's locker is in the second section, second row, third column. No fucking way. Yeah, no, that's what I heard. Becky told me. Oh my god, Becky, what a slut. I verified this information through a more reliable source. The victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. Must be him. However, the most important detail not shown in the video is his face. Sir, if I may say something, sir, please do. I don't understand why the person's face is so important. It was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock, and it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my dick. My unsettled state can testify enough of this, sir. You have a point. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. There's a problem. Let's save. We haven't saved in a bit. Of course there's a problem. The tape was provided by the police department, so there's no problem with it. Oh, wait, shit. I admire your trust in the police department. Well, if you ask me, I think there's a problem. Okay. The victim's body was found in the prosecutor's office. There has to be a mistake somewhere. The real thing's so much more intense than in the movies. Here, you can use the player to watch it as many times as you like. Security video. Maybe I should take another look. There's a problem. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there's one thing in particular that seems rather strange. The man may not have been Detective Goodman. Nani? The video contains such a contradiction. Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. A modest proposal. I propose we have the defense point out this alleged contradiction in the video. Yeah. Very well, proposal accepted, but let's further inspect this piece of evidence. Now play security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction. I have to point out in the video. This is the first time I've ever done that in this game. Except you can fast forward. Oh my god, the fucking technology. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. Please enlighten us. Where's oh? Fast forward. All right, it's done. It's the light. It's the fucking light, right? Sorry. How? Wait, guys. Guys. I know the problem here. I know the problem here. The problem is that we rewind and the music still plays forward. What sort of vile trickery is this? How is it that we play the video backwards and the music plays forwards? Hey, what's up, Rich? How you doing? I haven't seen you around in a while. Okay. Oh my gosh, we can set. Okay. Take that! The thing that's strange about this video, it has to be this. Officer Meekins. What do you mean, me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. It works like this, Officer Meekins. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprints. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. I wanna know who that waifu is in Gumshoe's locker. Like, who's that hot chick? This is my first time playing a Phoenix Wright game, and it is so much better than Danganronpa. Like, it blows Danganronpa out of the fucking water. This game is great. Danganronpa is okay. This game is great. According to my very limited evidence, that's the way you understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Yeah, why does this thing keep moving? Can you hurry it up? Can you? There's a fast forward button. There's a fast forward. Can you fast forward? When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little early. Fuck! Oh, notice the light. Nani? It's already lit. Dude, fucking lit. Ooh. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Grr! It's fucking lit, bro. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are locked by a locking system. When a door is locked, it's locked. It's lock. And the locker is lockety-locked. Lock. Of course, I'm not an expert in locky locks. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, just because the show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Why wasn't locked? Well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Nani? Maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something? Jam the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Inspect it once more. The locker wasn't locked. Please point out the cause. Please watch closely. This is a continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Huh. Nani? Something white fell out of the locker. That was a condom. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my car door. Can't be sure this item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted? Hot. Between the sensor and the door. Inserted? Oh my fucking god. Ah, the white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of the 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle. Object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. It would also have to block electrical currents. Need to be an insulator. An insulator! But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was the insulator? Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Guys, what was that thing that fell out? What? What could have been that white glove-like object that fell out? Huh? Was it a fucking glove? We can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. Well, turns out the white glove-like object that fell in the video was this white glove. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. This lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. So, Phoenix, what you're saying is that you were the one who opened that locker? Sir, it would appear so. Order, order, order! So we want to believe, then, that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not mislead, Your Honor. What do you mean, Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. Nani? Officer Meekins, please testify. Sir, me. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh, you mean that, sir? Very well. Begin. Mystery Man. There's one other thing that proves this man was Detective Goodman. To enter the evidence room, they must use their ID card. When the ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used this card. An ID card record. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases. Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There's only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared by noon. Right, I see, so let's move on to the cross-examination. There's one other thing that proves man was Goodman. What is it? So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid. Yes, sir, solid as stone. If my hand weren't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign. Yatta! Couldn't he just use his right hand? Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir, this card right next to my cuffs, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out and open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember this when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck in the car? Well, the remaining time it's stuck in an ID card. Each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and police prosecutor's office can attest to this. But what about when someone loses it several times, like Dick Gumshoe? What happens then? There's a record of it. Let's it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Yes. Nani? According to this. Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. Not that Ugh, not fucking Edgeworth. Ugh, fucking Edgeworth. Ugh, Edgeworth. Ugh, Edgeworth. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let's continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Must be so difficult for him. At the time of the crime. I like that. Wait. I'm confused. Hi, confused. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir, he didn't show me any ID card. Don't you think that's odd? If he had his ID card, all he had to do is show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked. Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. I'm confused. Alright, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Found at the prosecutor's office crime scene. Right? Detective had used his card. I think that has to be it. I think it has to be his ID card that we found at the crime scene. We have a lot of shit. Wait! I'm not good at waiting. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene! The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office! Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the ID card. Lost item report. It's only half completed. But it shows Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card? I can't say for sure. There's a high probability. On the day of the crime scene, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order, order! So now, what does this all mean? I can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. Even Edgeworth could figure this out. The man was not Goodman, but the man who stole his ID card. Order, order, order! Does the prosecution have a response? I only have one thing to say to the defense. I love you, Phoenix-kun. I love you, Phoenix-kun. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the date of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct? Yes. That being the case, we must inevitably argue that it's a single conclusion. The victim in this video is a fake. The murderer in the evidence room also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... oh, I guess it's right. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone into such lengths to prove. Explain yourself. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15. So the real crime could only take place at one location, underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used a murder weapon. Ugh. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. No, Astolfo's a trap. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana. What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Object! Objection! One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into your prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Oh my god, this fucking video. Oh my god, this fucking video. I hate life. I hate this video. I hate this. Oh, I hate everything. Thank you. However, it cannot be said that's unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces are found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I am sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considers the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. The only way we can possibly talk about crimes is with witnesses. That's how cases work. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger. Walker? Holy shit, we have Walker, Texas Ranger here? Oh my god, what a cameo, guys. Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness, Walker, Texas Ranger. Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. With roundhouse kicks! Roundhouse kick everybody! Very well, Mr. Wright. This person, you testify as Walker, Texas Ranger! Take it! Officer Jake Marshall, Walker, Texas Ranger. I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he is responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, it works in the police department. We should need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during that time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. First time we got through one of these sections of court without making a mistake. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? You called Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I'm gonna just have all my fidgety things. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. I don't need a man to protect me. Where's Maya? She's training to be a better spirit detective. She went back to the spirit world to fight to train with Genkai to be a better spirit detective and learn to shoot more than one spirit gun. Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Gumshoe! Nani? You got a lot of nerve, pal. Make a detective run all around while on duty. Yeah. Duty. It's all of it. You call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey! 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 I didn't see you, Sky. That's okay. So you brought what I asked? Oh. Oh! You mean this? My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. SL9 incident. But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I've got 30 minutes. Can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? Files for Joe Dark killings. Solved 2 years ago. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murderers. Now I've brought you your stuff, you're gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? Why is your name in here? Nani? My name's in there, I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. This SL9 incident, is it? That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as Joe Dark Colors. Oh no, Lana! No! I'm away! I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Grant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case suspected those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just coinky dink. Knowing you, you must be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial. Good luck! Better take a good look at this file. Emma, so in the original game, you don't get this 5th trial. This is the 5th trial that came with the DS version of the game, rather than Game Boy Advance version. Ah, finally we make it through a trial part without making a mistake. Damn, we're so good. Yeah, so this is basically DLC or extended part of Game 1. The court will now reconvene for a trial of Miss Lana Sky. Yeah, Emma's still 15 here. Hey, Maliki, Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling winds call it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind. The Howling Fjord? Are people allowed to drink booze in court? This is kangaroo court in Japan. Anything fucking happens in court. People are allowed to bring food into court. People are allowed to bring weapons into court. You can do anything in court. In fact, courts only last 3 days long, and at the end, someone is guilty. Guaranteed. No matter what, 3 days, boom, guilty. Every time. You're in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. So that's in plain old Japanese. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchid. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyways. If I remember right, I was a street-side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man. If you're out of ammo, it's time to hit the trail. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. Can't say I care for your beard. But you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute, what do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Very well, what about the fingerprint activated locks? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Yeah, see, I told you, you can bring anything to court. Alcohol, knives, food, probably active warheads, anything can be brought to court. Also, you're allowed, in fact, you're not only allowed, but encouraged to hide evidence and play gotcha moments with the opponent. Like, anyone is allowed to bring up evidence in court. People are allowed to hide and show evidence as a surprise at any moment. Hell, I bet I'm waiting for a case where suddenly the victim of the murder just shows up, right? Like, I'm waiting, like, I call to the stand the victim. This is how real life court should be done. It would be a lot more interesting and there'd be a lot more guilty verdicts, that's for sure. And hell, if you ever murder somebody, all you gotta do is hide for about 3 days and then someone will be found guilty for you. This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.